hang in here for a second.
Present arms. Thank you, Charlie. Color guard, detachments, stand at ease. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Because we honor heroes today, let us join in prayer. Eternal Father, strong to save, by whose abiding love and care our lives are blessed, we have gathered together today in this sacred convocation to ask that you continue to watch over the souls of the brave heroes who perished 38 years ago due to the act of terrorism carried out by Islamic terrorists against the peacekeeping force of Marines, sailors, and soldiers.
Last year we mentioned Dr. Stanley's Marine Corps commands, his duty stations, and military awards. Today, we added a new award he earned with great diligence, that of Associate Minister of the Grace Baptist Church of Germantown. Dr. Stanley has devoted his life to serving God, and he has served faithfully in many of the church ministries. Among them are the chair of the deaconate, president of the men's ministry, Sunday school teacher, and the men's chorus. We welcome again Dr. Stanley.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Okay, well, listen, first of all, I'm going to apologize up front to the families and to some folks who don't, well, I know the families know this, but some of the guests may not know this, that when Marines get together, they smile and laugh and catch up. We're actually having a reunion, even though we're here to remember. We're actually having a reunion because when Marines see each other, there's something special about being a United States Marine. And so everything you just heard, you know that. I mean, you know it. And so everything you just heard, it actually doesn't mean a whole lot because actually just wearing the uniform, having worn the uniform, knowing someone who's worn the uniform, understanding what the ethos is of being a Marine, Semper Fidelis, always faithful, you know that. And as I shared with friends and some of you who may have been here last year, 1st Battalion, 8th Marines is very special to me because I spent a lot of time out at Camp Geiger in the 3rd Battalion, 8th Marines, and but for the grace of God, I could have been, or would have been in 1st Battalion, 8th Marines. I also want you to know that when we think about 38 years ago, when we think about October 23rd, 38 years ago, when we think about the rules of engagement, the restrictions that were placed upon our Marines, and this is not a gripe session, this is just reality. They were not able to have what we call the kind of rules of engagement that sometimes even make common sense because of politics. There was a list of about 10 items. Couldn't have a round chambered, weapon had to be on safe. And so when the folks were getting ready, when those bombs, that truck went into the barracks, and you had Americans, you had French, you had civilians, you had native, people over there that actually were killed, they didn't have enough time to react with the speed of what was going on at that time. Now, the country has not forgotten. The Marine Corps definitely hasn't forgotten. The veterans haven't forgotten. And we know that the families haven't forgotten. Greater love than this, than to give your life for a friend. And so when we think about what we're talking about right now, the essence of what this is all about, I was so pleased to look at not only the Marine prayer on the back of this program, because it reminds everyone who served, that they said at the end of that oath, so help me God. Everyone who's worn this uniform gives that solemn vow. And so what we're talking about right now is that you look at Philippians 2, verse 3, do nothing out of vain ambition or conceit, but to view others being more important than you. That's what we're talking about in being a Marine. Because the sense of teamwork that comes in being a United States Marine, you can be from any background you want. And I'm looking at my veterans out there. I don't care what background you're from. I have your 6. And even though we may be in some different ranks, anybody who served in the Marine Corps understands that, I'm going to have to say it like this, rank has nothing to do with it. Absolutely nothing to do with it. We're not talking about some special privileges or anything. Fighting holes, foxholes, anything like that have no special privileges. And so when that truck went into that building, there were officers, there were enlisted, there were sailors, there were Army. What we're saying is that when we're talking about going up against people who are against what we stand for as a nation, we stand solid as United States Marines. And so what we're alluding to today and what we're sharing today is something so simple. General John A. Lejeune said it loud and clear, our 13th Commandant. We've got a Marine Corps birthday coming up here pretty soon, just in a few days. But General Lejeune said, love your Marines. You can forget about all the troop leading steps. You don't have to worry about that. Your first general order to take charge of this post and all military property in view. Take charge of this property and all government property in view. And your 5th general order, quit this post, my post, only when properly relieved. What we're saying right now is that there are a whole bunch of these general orders, and I can guarantee you that all your Marines learned those general orders. They may not know them all right now, but they learned those general orders. And they had your 6. So for the family members, I want you to know, I am literally a representative of these and those who've worn this uniform. For those who were serving before me, I am a boot. That's right. I'm a boot. Those who served before me, because I stand on their shoulders. This is not about anything today other than honoring your sons who gave their full ounce, their last ounce, to this nation. We have not forgotten. We love them.
I'm going to be reading the names of the Marines that we are here to remember. Corporal Moses Arnold, Jr. Sergeant John J. Bonk.